So if we learned anything yesterday, we should be able to take the knowledge we learned and apply it here on this follow-up exercise. So in number 1 through 3, you were supposed to write a function to describe the new graph. So we have a rotation of the graph of the linear parent function. So basically they're saying then that the linear parent function is the one that's going to get transformed. So it's our f of x. So what is the parent function? What is f of x set equal to? Just x. So basically we have our parent function that needs to be rotated. So what would we do to rotate this? This should have several different answers. Sophia?
Multiply x by n.
Okay. So in other words, change the slope. So what's yours? G of x equals
2x.
2x, okay? Would that rotate it? How about the y-intercept? Do we need to do anything like add something to it, subtract something from it? We don't want to do that for rotation, do we? Now, who's got right answers on their paper? Here's how you'll know. Anybody know what the slope has to be for this to rotate and what it can't be for it to rotate? And it is? Trevor? Okay, we would kind of want it to be positive because this one has a positive 1 slope, doesn't it? It's got a slope of 1. So we would want our m value for our g of x to be positive. So greater than 0, but not equal to what? What number is greater than 0 that it can't be equal to? 1. But cannot equal 1, right? Because then it'll still be the same line, won't it? Why do we not want it to be a negative slope if we just want a rotation? That would be a reflection also. So if it was negative 1, it would be just a reflection. If it was any other negative number, it would be a reflection along with this rotation. Okay? So if you have an answer where your slope is greater than 0 and not 1, you probably have a good answer. Can it be 1/2? 1/5? Yeah. Okay. How about a translation of f of x equals x minus 4? There's our function that needs to get translated up. Several answers for this. What do you have for an answer for this? Connor, what's your answer? G of x equals x what?
X minus 2.
Okay, x minus 2. Is he right? Is he okay? Because it went from, to translate, what has to change? The y-intercept. So it went from negative 4, right, to negative 2. Did it go up? How many units? 2. Okay. Somebody want to summarize, how could we say, as long as your answer is this, you're okay, your answer on your paper is okay without anybody looking at it? What would we have to say here? If I wanted to say, okay, all you people who have this, your answer is right. Mitchell?
Is greater than -4.
Okay, what has to be greater than -4?
The y-intercept.
The y-intercept. So as long as b is greater than -4 in your equation, you have a good one. It can't be -4 though, right? Because then it would be the same. If it was less than -4, now we just dropped it down instead of up. Okay, so as long as your g of x has a b value of greater than -4, you've got it. Number 3, we all need the same answer here. G of x equals. Zach, what's this one? 5/8 x. So in other words, the slope from this one needs to change to its what? Opposite for a reflection, right? So it was -5/8 in this one, it has to be a positive 5/8 in that one. It's the only answer there could be. G of x equals 5/8 x. Okay? Questions on any of those 3? If it had been a quiz, would you have done well? Number 4. Write the equation of the line parallel to In other words, here's what we're given, and we need a new line that has been translated 7 units down, parallel to that one. So, what all needs to change? The y-intercept needs to change. How about the slope? Why not?
It's translation.
Because it's parallel. The parallel part tells us not to change the slope, doesn't it? The translation tells us to try and change the y-intercept. The parallel says don't change the slope. So everybody's got to have the same answer here. G of x equals negative 2x minus 5. So here, remember we were not going to change the slope, but the y-intercept was 2. It's got to go 7 units down. 7 units down from positive 2 is negative 5, isn't it? So good answer. Negative 2x minus 5. Okay, number 5. Perpendicular to f of x equals 1/4 x minus 3, perpendicular to that, and translated 6 units up. What would our function be for that one? Max, what do you got? Give it a try here. G of x.
equals negative 4x plus 3.
So like one answer for this one. Has he got it? He does. Okay, perpendicular says that what has to be true about their slopes? What's the slope of this one? 1/4. Our f of x function has a slope of 1/4. What has to be true for lines to be perpendicular? Well, when you multiply the slopes together of the lines, they have to get negative 1. But we don't just take the slope of this one times negative 1. We have to opposite reciprocal. So the negative 1 part would make it the opposite. But then we also have to change it to its reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 1/4 is 4/1, which is 4. And the opposite of a positive is a negative. Okay, and then the plus 3, where did that come from? B equals what in this one?
Negative 3.
Negative 3 has to go 6 units up, so we end up at positive 3, don't we? Okay, what other transformations occurred? Because you know what, the only transformation we really talked about is this translation. Are there other transformations that occurred in this? Yeah, what's one of them? A rotation. Okay, so it rotated about what fixed point did it rotate about? Remember f of x, and then it got translated up. We already translated up. We've already done that. It's kind of like that's already been described. So now, after it's been translated up, now it's getting rotated. What did it rotate around? What fixed point? 0,3. Yeah. It moved up. We already did the translation because it's already talked about there. We already translated in 6 units. Now let's talk about what else happened. Well, after we moved it up, we rotated it, and now that it always rotates around that y-intercept. Its new y-intercept is 0,3. And is it steeper or less steep? Went from 1/4 to negative 4. Is it steeper or less steep? Why? Because it's further from 1?
It's a negative.
So negative 4 is less than 1/4?
Isn't it the same?
Isn't it absolute value?
Yeah.
Because I think Len is kind of trying to say it back there. Which one's further away from 0? 4. The negative 4 is, isn't it? It's further away from 0, and that's the one that counts. The one that's absolute value is greater. So it went to negative 4. It went from being 1/4 to negative 4. So is it less steep?
Yes.
It went to negative 4. Negative 4's absolute value is 4. Isn't 4 bigger than 1/4? So didn't it get steeper? Yeah. And it's steeper. Okay, are there any other transformations that occurred? What is it? Went from being a positive slope to a negative slope, but yet they weren't opposites, were they? So it also reflected, didn't it? We already talked about a rotation. The rotation is the fact that they have different slopes, but when they're not opposites, then that means a rotation happened. But when they have opposite signs, that also means a reflection happened. So it reflected over what again? Y-axis. Questions on any of that part? Okay, here we had to fill in difference, opposite, or same. Talking about a reflection. Class, what's true about a reflection of the slope? Opposite slope. What about the y-intercept? The same. Okay. How about a rotation? Different slope. And same y-intercept. That's not affected. How about a translation? Same slope. That doesn't change. And different. Doesn't have to be opposite, does it? Just different. Okay. Number 6. You're going to have some problems in your home life this today that you did not have yesterday. A cashier gets a $50 bonus for working on a holiday plus $9 an hour. The total holiday pay is given by the function f of x equals 9x plus 50. How will the graph change if the bonus is raised to $75? What part in that equation represents the bonus? The slope? The y-intercept? The y-intercept. Okay? What part represents the $9 an hour? The slope. What is x standing in for then in there? What's the x representing? The number of hours they work. How about the f of x? Total pay. How much they're going to get after they work this many hours to get that bonus, right? Okay, so how will the graph change if they raise the bonus to $75? What transformation will occur? It'll be translated. And remember when we talk about being translated, we have to talk about direction and units. How far and what direction? Up 15?
25.
Up 25. Translated 25 units, also known as dollars in this case, up. The bonus increased, didn't it? Okay, the y-intercept increased. Well, remember I asked you, why don't you try to write a g of x function for that then? What would our function look like now?
G of x equals 9x plus 75.
Yeah, here's the function for that now. Now you're getting a $75 bonus instead of a $50 bonus. But what if they said to you, well, here's your other choice now. Your other choice, so in other words, now they're just going to keep the bonus at $50. Instead, they want to raise your hourly pay to $12 an hour. So what's changing this time? The slope is changing. So what kind of transformation would occur? A rotation. So it would rotate. So it would be rotated what? About, remember, you're not getting the increase in the bonus, you're just getting the hourly pay rate increase. So what would it rotate about?
3.
What? You're not sounding very sure yourself. 0 what? 50, yeah. The y-intercept. And is? Steeper. You're getting paid more per hour. That line's going to rise faster. That total pay is going to go up faster. G of x for this one now would read 12x plus 50, yeah. Okay. Why did the student need directions during math class? That's not answers in your papers. Mitchell?
I just put they got lost during transformations.
You're kind of close. What specific transformation could we say? They got lost in translation. They got lost in translation. Couldn't understand the direction. They got lost in translation. Okay, we're done.